Well, hey there. Thursday morning here in Lower Alabama, and we woke up to quite a chilly day today. It was right about freezing first thing this morning, and I want to do a little introduction to the content that is about to follow this little introduction, and we're going to reload the very first video that I did in December of 2014, and this goes back a ways. One of the things about this video is it had been many years since I had stood in front of any kind of recording device. It had been many years since I had done any kind of public speaking, and I do a lot of uhs in this. Most of what I present is being done extemporaneously. I had a few little brief notes to try to keep me on track, but here it is. Well, hello there. My name's David Kralik, and I've never thought about making videos for anything, but here I am making one. And it's a beautiful place where I'm sitting. I wish everybody could see it. Back in March, actually back in February, a friend of mine asked me to do a Saturday morning class to prepare his Sunday school class for a weekend survival thing that they were doing. And I agreed to do that, and Woodcraft School basically started with that class, and it was a lot of fun doing that. A great bunch of guys and gals, and in March we started working with a small group of guys locally close to us, teaching them woodcraft skills, bushcraft skills, survival skills, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's all the same. You know, I don't care what you call a rose, it's a rose. And we've been working with them since back in March, teaching them in backyard settings, in outdoor classroom, on the family farm. We've done an overnight in an established campground that was a really good experience, and here we are after doing a lot of teaching and a lot of preparation, really trying to adjust the brains of these young guys, how to go into a wilderness setting and enjoy yourself, and not fear the setting, but get along in it and enjoy it, and actually, you know, sort of be at one with it, not see it as something foreign, but to see it as a very real part of life itself. And here we are inside the Conecuh National Forest in Covington County, Alabama. We walked in yesterday afternoon, we set up camp, and we'll be spending 3 nights on the ground here in the forest, on the Conecuh Trail itself, about, I don't know, a couple miles, maybe 3 miles from where the truck is parked. And it's a beautiful place. I've been here before. I've not camped in this exact same place. I've camped other places along the trail. Where we're set up, it's about 200 yards, maybe 300 yards to a spring. The last time I was here, the spring was just, it was gushing water. It's been so dry now that there's still plenty of water. There's a trickle there that we dug out a little basin to make a catch pool, and we're getting our water from that spring. We're processing it for the weekend, for our physical needs. I'm looking around, and Brian has taken the boys back down the trail to a pond to fish. It's probably a mile to where they've gone, and here in a little bit, once I've concluded making this video, I'm gonna see what I can do. In fact, I'm looking at one right now, and since I'm in the middle of what I'm doing, I can't do it, but I'm gonna see if I can't get a couple of squirrels to cook up on the in my pot here after a while. It's a nice one, but I'm committed here, so let me keep on doing what I'm doing. Forget about that squirrel. It's an oak and pine forest. The understory is fairly thick. The National Forest Service, they managing the forest, they do their controlled burns and that sort of thing, so that you know, it's not ridiculously thick. But a lot of big pines, a lot of large oaks. The spring itself is off to my right. You have to go back up the hill and then down the hill to get to it, and then to the left of me, down the hill, there's a footbridge crossing the beginning of a small creek. So back in this area behind me, there must be several springs, because the one where we're getting our water, there's no way that it has created the flow that's down to my left down here. And I just wanted to take a minute to put together a little video and begin doing some of that stuff to help document, to help chronicle what we're doing with our Woodsmoke Woodcraft School. And I've got to say that for me personally, I think I'm the one that's benefiting the most by working with these young guys, and working with adults as well, in teaching wilderness skills. I get kind of tickled when, you know, people, you know, there's so much associated with the survival arena. I don't consider myself to be a survivalist. I consider myself to be an outdoorsman. I have been all my life. I've not been to any of the quote accredited, if you can call them accredited, wilderness survival schools. I wholeheartedly respect what the big names in this, what's grown into an industry. I wholeheartedly respect what they're doing, and the way people are learning. I've never been to a big school, but I've done this all my life. From the time I was a small child, I was in the woods, and of course there's been those episodes during life, living life, when I didn't have the opportunity to be in the woods, and ended up living in cities and doing other things that nearly drove me crazy. But the point I'm trying to make, where, you know, these training schools are concerned, get what you need to get where you can get it, because the skills that you learn, whether they're taught by some of the big names in the industry or any of the numerous people who are doing the same thing but don't have the quote notoriety, get the skills that you need, learn the skills that you need, seek out someone who can teach you how to secure the four major essentials to staying alive in a wilderness setting: food, fire, how to process water and make it safe to drink, and build shelter and stay alive. Those are the things that are essential. And get what you need where you can get it, so that you can not just survive in a genuine survival situation. Sure, that's part of it, but we miss out on so much by not taking the time to step out of our from behind the walls of our houses and get into nature for a long enough period of time so that our minds go through that psychological adjustment that shows us how closely knit we are with the environment, and it shows us how so much of what we do for ourselves in life today is artificial. We surround ourselves with entertainments. We surround ourselves with mechanical, technological things that keep us entertained for convenience sake and make life easier for us. And I'm not faulting any of that. I've got a microwave at home as well. So whatever you need to do, and we've got a hiker coming down the trail now that, good to see you, sir. Enjoy yourself.
You camping out here?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And believe it or not, that's the first, the times I've been here, that is the only individual I've ever seen on this trail. But get what you need, where you can get it, from whom you can get it from, and begin getting out into this. There are, this particular area, I don't know how many acres the National Forest is, but this particular area that we're in, which is a wildlife management area, there's something to the tune of 27 or 30,000 acres that you're looking at, but you can't see the forest because of the trees that are right here. This is David Kralik, Woodsmoke Woodcraft School. Look forward to doing more of this.